And we want to talk to you a little bit this morning about fake news. You say, well, that's kind of crazy. Not as crazy as you think. We're going to start over in 2nd Chronicles. And we go back in the Old Testament and we look at these stories because we see in the lives of these men and these women in the Old Testament the same thing in the lives of people today, right where we are. Because like I said, Satan, he knows what works and he continues. He continues to trap man in the same trap. That which looks good, that which seems good, that which I want to do. And there's never been a time in my life when it seems that the big I has got so strong. You know, people are looking what's going to be pleasing to me. We go to the church of our choice. That means I've left God out. I just chose something. Instead of praying, instead of seeking. I mean, we do things because, well, I don't see anything wrong with it. You ever heard that? Well, but does God see anything wrong with it? And we get tuned in on ourselves, looking at ourselves, what I like, what I want, what I desire. And suddenly we're not paying any attention to what God said for us to do to find true peace and true joy in our life. And said that is, folks, that's what God is offering you. God offers us the peace and the joy and the comfort in life. He offers us life abundant here. What the devil offers us is excitement for a while and absolute certain death. And it's always been that way. But sin looks so inviting that man always falls. Now, over in 2 Chronicles, the 18th chapter, we find a story of where two kings, one's named Jehoshaphat, which was king over Judah, and the other was Ahab, which was king over Israel. Israel had divided in those days. And the king of Israel was wanting to go to war with a place called Ramoth Gilead. And so he sent over and invited the king of Judah over and tried to get the king of Judah to join with him to go into battle. In verse 4 of chapter 18, it says, And Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, Inquire, I pray thee, at the word of the Lord today. Therefore the king of Israel gathered together of the prophets 400 men, and said unto them, Shall we go to Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, Go up, for God will deliver it into the king's hand. Now, they prophesied exactly what the king wanted to hear. They said, Go on up. God's going to just give you what you want. Go on. 400 of the king's prophets. You see that? The 400 of the king's prophets. But Jehoshaphat said, Is there not here a prophet of the Lord besides that which we might inquire of him? Jehoshaphat knew that something wasn't quite right here. He said, There's not a prophet of the Lord that might inquire of him. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, There is yet one man by whom we may inquire of the Lord. But I hate him. For he never prophesies good unto me, but always evil. The same as Malchiah, the son of Elmon, and Jehoshaphat said, Let not the king say so. He said, I hate him because he don't ever tell me what I want to hear. I don't like him. He's not telling me what I want to hear. Folks leave church because the preacher's not telling them what they want to hear. Not that he might not be telling the truth, but not what they want to hear. Churches are built, and I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but churches are built so people can go and hear what they want to hear. This is the way the king was. He said, Hey, there ain't no use asking him because he don't never tell me what I want to hear. But to save time, we'll kind of get on into the story, just tell you the story. they called it. And to start with, Micaiah said the same thing because he knew what the king wanted to hear. Verse 13, he said this, as the Lord liveth, even what my God has said that I will speak. And he came to the king, and the king said to him, Micaiah, shall we go to Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And he said, go you up and prosper, and they shall be delivered into your hands. And see, the king knew this wasn't true, because look at this next verse. And the king said unto him, how many times shall I adjure thee, that thou sayest nothing but the truth to me in the name of the Lord? He was mad when he told him the truth. Now he's mad when he's lying. Because he understood that what he was hearing from the prophet of the Lord was not the truth. He wanted somebody to back him up in what he wanted. You know, a lot of folks that don't want to change, that's what they want. They want you to back them up in their error. They know they're in error, but just tell me that I'm all right. And it goes on down, and he told him to send this Micaiah back. Micaiah told him the truth. Micaiah told him that he saw Israel as a sheep scattered without a leader. And so the king had Micaiah locked up and told him to feed him the bread of affliction until he got back in safety. But now, I want to show you something. This is what we want to look at right here. Micaiah told him this. Verse 18. Therefore hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting upon the throne, and the host of heaven standing on the right hand and on the left. And the Lord, and you understand that L-O-R-D is the hardest part of God. There was judgment being called for. Yes. And the Lord said, who shall entice Ahab, the king of Israel, that he may go up to and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And he spake, saying, after this manner. And another saying after that manner. And there came out a spirit that stood before the Lord and said, I will entice him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go out and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And the Lord said, thou shalt entice him. And so so shalt thou prevail. Go out and do even so. Therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of these prophets, and the Lord has spoken evil against you. How sad it is, folks, when we come to the place that we have so rejected the truth that the harvest sends a lying spirit to just tell us what we want to hear. We don't like to think about that there's a place of rejecting the Lord until where suddenly the Lord says, all right then. All right then. But we see it in the Bible. We see it in all of Israel. How God would bring them out time and time and time again, and Israel would keep rebelling until the time when God said, allowed the enemy to take them and to take their land. Now, when people reject the truth, they seek those that will uphold them in the lie. It's the way of man. Living in a falsehood they desire. They desire. We hear a lot. We're talking about fake news. We hear a lot. And this is what this was. This was fake news to Ahab. We hear a lot today about fake news. And it's bad, folks, to get fake news on worldly things. But you know why we've got so many television and radio stations telling fake news? Because that's what the people want to hear. That's right. If people quit buying the products that they were advertising, they'd dry up in 2 or 3 days. But people want to hear what they want to hear, so they continue and they grow. And that's exactly what was happening here. And see, Jeremiah, over in Jeremiah 7, let's just look over there. And we're talking about the whole nation of Israel. And we don't like to think about these things, but folks, these things are true, and these things have happened over and over again and are happening now. In the 7th chapter of Jeremiah, We'll start about. Well, let's just go ahead and start over here and read verse 16. He told Israel, he said, you go out here and you do all these abominations, and then you come into my house and say we're justified in it. And so then he told Jeremiah, verse 16, therefore pray not for this people, neither lift up a cry, nor prayer for them, neither make intercessions to me, for I will not hear thee. Do you see that? The prophet that he sent to tell Israel to repent, the prophet that he sent to give Israel the word of the Lord, now, because Israel has rejected it and rejected it and rejected it, the Lord said, don't even pray for them. What he's saying, judgment's going to fall. We've come to the place where judgment is going to fall. There is no turning back now. There's people this morning, folks, that has come to the place where judgment's going to fall, and they're never going back to the Lord. Not that they didn't have a chance. They had chance after chance after chance until their mind and their conscience was seared. And they're no longer hearing the Lord. They're not going back. They're going to die lost. And what a sad situation that is, folks. What a sad situation. Because when they reach that place, they're not praying to God anymore. And folks say, well, I think I've reached that place. Well, do you feel that too with God in your heart? Do you know you ought to get right? And you ain't reached that place. Because when they reach that place, folks, the Bible is no longer relevant. God is no longer relevant. You can tell them anything and they'll believe it except God. Except God. And we've moved back, folks, into that place as a world. We have heard so much fake news and people love it. People love it. And some of it, if you look at it, it gets so ridiculous. You know, on Thursday night I say we're going to do these headlines because just when you thought you've heard it all, something more dumber comes up. You know, I heard this week some newscaster said that Trump was the reason for the bombing over in Manchester, England. He was the cause. Folks are clapping? Yeah. See, it's total blindness, folks. Total blindness. We move back into that place. Instead of seeking the truth that will deliver us, we've approached the time of the coming Antichrist. And the lie is once again not only being embraced but sought after. And I guarantee you, if the Antichrist showed up tomorrow, there would be people in line waiting to get the mark. Because they've already decided that the world's way is the right way. So what we're hearing, not only a fake news, but a fake gospel in so many churches. A fake gospel. Another gospel besides the gospel of Jesus Christ. And see, Paul warned of these things in his right way back in his time. Let's look at 2 Timothy for just a second. I hope you've got your Bible. Well, see, if you ain't got your Bible, I might be giving you a fake gospel and you not even know it. 2 Timothy. Paul writing to him. Folks, this has been a long time ago when Paul was warning back then what was happening, and folks, it has come today to fulfill it. He told Timothy, 2 Timothy 4, I charge thee, therefore, before God, the Lord Jesus Christ, who shall judge the quick and the dead in the period of the kingdom. Preach the word. Be instant in season and out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort, all long-suffering and doctrine. He said, stick to what you know is truth, Timothy. Stick to it. And in season and out of season, when it seems like it's ought to be taught, and when it seems like it shouldn't be taught, just teach the truth, whether folks like it or not. He said, for the time will come, now get this, when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned into fables. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, and do the work of the evangelist. Make full proof of thy ministry. You see that? He said the time will come when they will just heap to themselves. In other words, they will go out of their way to find those that's going to teach them what they want to hear. And they'll find them. And they are finding them. They are finding them. Every day you find somebody just about with a new revelation that's got nothing to do with what the Word of God says. A greater light. If it leaves out Jesus, it's not a greater light. It's another form of the darkness, folks. But Paul was warning him that that time would come, and it has come. It has come. Now, he told the Thessalonians over in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Let's just read that. We're talking about fake gospels and fake news. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And we'll start with verse 11. He's talking about the time that we're moving into now, when people will so desire the lie and have their minds so set on the things of the world. Now here we are again. He put a lying spirit in the mouth of Ahab's prophets. And look what this says. It's talking about because of their unrighteousness. For this cause God shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Do you see that? Strong delusion. Because I want to believe it, God comes to that point to where our heart is so hardened that the harvest part of God says, okay, believe it. Can't break through. There's nothing sadder, folks, than a man or woman that has come to the point where they have so rejected God, they want nothing to do with the truth. You see how mad some folks get over the truth? That they can't even. We got folks after the terrorist attack, and some of y'all have saw this, I'm sure. After the terrorist attack in Manchester, a star, a singing star, said that we don't let that faze us. We don't need borders. We don't need an Islamic band, and Islam is just a loving people. We just need to love on them. Well, didn't Jesus say love your enemies? Yes, he did. He didn't say come bring them into your house and load the gun and give it to them. That's right. But see, after all this, we've got people who say that it's our fault that the terrorists hate us. They hate the Jesus in you. They killed 27 Christians in Egypt this week. One bus. But we've got to the place to where people embrace the evil and reject the truth of God. Antichrist is coming, folks. You know why? Because the world's ready for him. The world's praying for him. And you hear it over. You don't. If you don't pay attention, you don't realize this is what it is. But when we hear folks saying, like Bill Clinton said a few years ago, we can all come together as long as nobody says they have the truth. Well, yeah. As long as nobody stands up for the truth, we can all come together. But you know what made us together without the truth is? It winds up in chaos over and over and over again, because in man, folks, there is no peace without Jesus. Because of the spirit of the devil, man wants to be God. See? But the world is ready for the man that's coming. And so he's coming. So many has got to play. They don't know they're praying for Antichrist, but they're praying for a leader. Send us someone, God, who will lead us into peace. But we don't want Jesus. We don't want Jesus. We can just get together, we can work this thing out. No, you can't. We'd already worked it out if we could worked it out. But this book of fables that they've rejected is happening every day. It's being fulfilled every day, but nobody wants to say that. Nobody wants to say that. Man, it's not like King Ahab. Gather the prophets that will tell me what I want to hear. Gather the prophets. Gather those that will tell me what I want to hear. See, when we started the Bible study down here, and we was inviting anybody that would come, and we still are. I don't care where you go to church. Never have. Come on, let's look at the Scripture and see what the Scripture says. But when we started talking that around here, we won't inviting folks wherever they want to come from. Come on. I heard this more than once. All you're going to have is a bunch of confusion and arguing. Got to have folks that's going to say what you want to hear, or you're going to have confusion and arguing. No, we're not. No, we haven't. Because we dare to look in the Word and see what the Word said. And if you won't accept the Word, I've got nothing else to offer you. But we hadn't had arguing because, again, we've looked at the Word. Yeah, we've had things that come up and people saw it this way and somebody saw it that way, and we looked at the Word, and you know what? They went away in unity. There it is. And when you come to a place where you're going to reject what the Word says, then I've got to turn you over to the Lord and say, okay, Lord, I can handle it, you handle it. Go your way in peace. That's all I can do. But where we're at now, folks, and the reason we've got, see, it's in your face in the media all of the time. Children in colleges having to have a safe space because somebody told them the truth. Just broke their little hearts. Not used to the truth. Don't want the truth. But it is that spirit that will cause man to accept the devil himself to lead them. And I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. We are one trigger event away from the whole world seeking out the Antichrist and establishing him. A trigger event, yeah. Let one nuclear bomb fall in a crowded city and watch what the world does. Well, I don't believe that's going to happen. You're just teaching fear. I'm teaching you the truth, folks. Man has never built a weapon that he didn't use somewhere. That's right. And it's coming, and why is it coming? Because, how do I know it's coming? Because the Word said so. And we're in such a place now to where the one trigger event happens in the world will stand up and say, we can't have this anymore, we got to come together. And see, it's an old plan that's been happening for you from the beginning. See, Winston Churchill, when in his time, he understood the world's view or the devil's view. He said, you can't have world peace until you have world government with the power to enforce its rules. And the reason that we've got so much going on right now in this country against, and I don't care whether you like Trump or not, he's a man, he's not God. But the reason we got so much stuff against him now, folks, is people are not willing to turn loose of that global dream they had that was working before we got there. They hate this. They hate the idea of America being great. And they live in America. We're a world community. You can be if you want to. I'm a kingdom community. Amen. I'm a kingdom community. But deception, folks, starts breeding deception. Once any part of deception is accepted, it will lead into greater deception. Start accepting something as being all right. And the devil's never satisfied. The first thing you know, you'll accept another error being all right because your spirit has done got hardened to that. I remember back when I was a child, I mean, they had abortions, but they had very few. And somebody got to talking about somebody had an abortion. It was the reason that was given was either something was the matter with the child or it was a threat to the mother's health. And so they, kind of excused abortion. Did it stop there with those two reasons? Today, a mother can kill her child for any reason at all, or no reason at all. A few years ago, there was a little push that said she should be able to destroy him up to 2 years old. Of course, that never went anywhere yet, but it will. Have no fear, it will. Because the devil wants mankind dead. But since then, folks, millions of babies have died and are dying. When I was a kid at school, and you've heard me say this before, there was no such thing as X-rated movies. If they came out with a movie, anybody could go. But then there was a movie called Gone with the Wind that said one curse word. And some churches protested and some churches didn't. And all that silly kids hear that worse, and they did. Here's worse language than that out there in the street. But it was a movie. Never had been a curse word come out in a movie. So it came out and become a classic. Now movies are full of vulgarity, all sorts of immorality. You could go to a movie now, folks, that's rated for children and see stuff in that movie that you used to have been shocked. You would have been shocked with it when you was a teenager. See? Because deception breeds deception. Suddenly, we're choosing, because of all of this, we come to a place where we can just choose what we want to be. I decided to be a woman. Okay. How brave you are. Bruce Jenner, Time Magazine, called him the person of the year because he decided he wasn't Bruce, he was Caitlin. We can just decide. No, you can't. No, you can't. You are what you were born to be. You might put on a dress, but it doesn't make you a woman. It makes you a man in a dress. It does, folks. That's not popular. This is on a video. I told Phil last night, I was talking to a guy, and I told him, I'm going to tell you right now, it won't make you popular to hang around me. It won't boost your way people looks at you, to hang around me. I don't have anything else but the word, folks, and that's all I need. That's all I want. But folks, we have come to that place. Our heroes, the children's heroes, are the thugs of the world. You ever notice that? The parents goes out and buys them all of this stuff glorifying the thugs. You ever saw these kids wearing this shirt with this picture of the guy on there called Che? Nobody saw that? Pretty popular. Pretty popular. Most parents will just buy the t-shirt, don't know who he is. He was a guy that fought in Castro's army that killed hundreds of his own countrymen, tortured them. He was a mass murderer.
What was the name?
C-H-E. I don't know how you pronounce that, is it?
Che.
But that's what it is. He's a guy, he's a good-looking young guy with a beard. You see him with the t-shirts. Parents run right out and buy it for the kids to wear. He was a murderer, a mass murderer. You see what we come to? The mayor of New York was proudly marching in the, said he's going to march in the Puerto Rico parade. Did you see this?
Yes.
Behind a man that was a terrorist and spent most of his life in jail, that killed policemen, that blowed up federal buildings. In America. That was pardoned by the last president on his last few days in office. And now the mayor of New York is marching along with it. Tell me folks won't line up when the Antichrist shows up? They will line up by the millions for the mark. And we'll have church folks leading them.
That's right.
Because we've heard fake gospel. Could I just get real nosy? Busybody. Do you really think that God orchestrated 6,000 different doctrines
No way.
over that now? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He orchestrated, he brought forth. We talked Thursday night that in these last days, he has spoken to us by his Son. It's Jesus' gospel, folks. It's Jesus' gospel. Now you're down in church. No, I'm not. I'm down in those that won't follow the gospel.
That's right.
But I don't have to because the gospel does it itself. But the devil, on everybody but Christians, the devil knows this, everybody but Christians knows this. The greatest military tactic that we can have is to divide the enemy and destroy him. Well, we're not divided. We're all talking about Jesus. Is it that Jesus? Because if it is, we all ought to be able just to embrace everybody, everywhere that says, I'm Christian. But if you think that'll happen,
Not this world.
not won't. If they're Christian, it will. If they're really Christian. But so many people are lost today, folks, because somebody told them they was Christian and they never knew Jesus. Because they pushed Jesus aside. Pushed him aside. You know, you can get a license to preach now on the internet. They don't even know who you are. You get a license to preach. I don't have a license to preach. I'm just winging it, folks. I have a call to preach. But see, that's where we've come to. That's where we've come to. A fake news and a fake gospel. How much longer? How much longer do we have before God tells his people, just quit praying for them? Well, that's impossible. He's going to do that. Is it? He did it before. Just quit praying because they're not coming. When it comes to that time, the church is out of here. The church is out of here. And those that prayed for the church to leave will have their prayers answered.
Yes.
So we ought, folks, our heart ought to be broken, and we ought to be praying more than we ever prayed, seeking God more than we ever sought God. Being a better witness than we've ever been. Well, let me show you something. The Bible warned us what would happen all the way through. We done read a few scriptures on that. If we begin to turn away from God. Paul warned the Romans. Well, let me just read it. Romans 1, verse 22. He said, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. And everybody that throws the Bible out, everybody I ever talked to that threw the Bible out said it wasn't true. It was because they thought they were smarter than the Bible. They became fools and changed the glory of the incorruptible God into an image like unto corruptible man and the birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Folks, this is evolution. Where there's really no God, everything is just together God. Just happened because of the force of evolution. Four-footed beasts, birds, while they're on the same level you are. I told you I read the little article here. It's been several years ago now. And this guy said when he got this revelation, looking at his sister drink milk. He said it just dawned on him that the milk was God, and the cow that gave the milk was God, and his sister was God drinking the milk. They were all just God. That's who God was. Sin will make you stupid. But Paul said that time would come. And now look what Paul said would happen if we begin to teach that. God gave them up to uncleanness through their lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections. Even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving to themselves the recompense of error, which was meat. And even when they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Did it happen? Did it happen? Paul said that if we begin to teach evolution, if we begin to teach that everything is just God, that even the natural part of man and women would change. Did it happen? Is it happening? And you know what? The world's embracing it. And people will say things like this: oh, I was born that way. Well, get reborn.
Amen. Amen.
Because you can. You can get reborn.
Yes. That's right.
But if truth doesn't matter, nothing else is going to matter either. It doesn't mean anything if the truth doesn't matter. Nothing else really matters. But I can stand here, folks, today and think of several people who tell me they don't believe what their preacher's preaching. Don't believe it. But they won't leave. They won't leave. Because my family goes there and it's so convenient. It's right next door. And they've got great children programs. I don't believe what he's preaching. But I'm not leaving. And I'm not changing. And they're not changing the church either. They're not changing him either. Folks, if you sit Sunday after Sunday after Sunday and hear a lie, it'll get on you. It'll get into your spirit until after a while the lie's fine and the truth sounds funny.
That's right.
But this is where we're at. My comfort, my convenience, my desire, not God's. Speaking to me smooth things, prophesying things. Gather those that's going to tell me what I want to hear and leave me where I am. Fake gospel or fake news. And I say, sometimes, folks, you know, I do part of my ministry on Facebook, on the internet. And I see, sometimes you want to throw that thing in the trash can. I see people who are Christian that are more tied up on superstition than they are on truth. And could I just say something without trying to offend anybody or hinder anybody or mess up anybody in any way? If you see a red bird on your bird feeder, God ain't sent some message to you. It's a red bird that's hungry. Oh, it's one of your dead loved ones. No, it ain't. It's a red bird. If a butterfly lights on you, he ain't waiting for you to say a prayer where he can take it back to God. No, God hears your prayer. You ain't got to have a butterfly. If you see feathers floating in your church, it ain't an angel flying by with a mange. You ain't heard that? Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Not with a mange. They don't say that. Oh, it's an angel in the house. We was in a service, about a year ago. There's a kid sitting there on the bench right there. We're sitting like where you're sitting. And he's waving this stick, and it's got these little red feathers on it. And he's waving this thing, and all of a sudden, you know, one of those little feathers came off. Red feather. And it's floating around. And the preacher says, look, we got an angel in the church.
Oh my gosh.
No, we got a feather that came off a stick. Folks, this is where we're at when we start embracing error. It breeds error. Till after a while, our mind becomes so clouded. And this is the one going around today. Bad. I've seen bunches of it. God speaking to us, I saw a cloud that looked like an angel. Well, I saw one that looked like a hippopotamus. What did he say? You saw it? You saw a cloud that looked like an angel. Or a cross. I saw a cloud the other day that looked like a horseshoe. What that mean? What does that mean? It's a cloud that looks like a horseshoe, folks. Wind changes it. You want to hear what God said? Get in this book. He'll tell you what He said. Get in this book. And He'll lead you out of superstition and darkness into the light of His glorious Son. We don't need fake news and we don't need fake gospel. We need Jesus more than we've ever needed Him. Paul said this. Oh, it's Peter, I believe. It said, give all diligence to make your calling and election sure. In other words, pay attention. Don't let the devil steal what God has given you. Pay attention. We're in critical times. Pay attention. And if in your spirit something doesn't sound quite right, you're born again and got the Spirit of God in you, and in your spirit suddenly it doesn't sound quite right, don't jump off in there after it. Go get your book and find out why it's not sounding quite right.
Amen.
Is that all right?
Yes.
Folks, we serve a great King, but He's a jealous God. He does not want us to be tied up in fake gods, fake gospels, in that which will destroy us. He wants us to have life and have it more abundantly. And I don't care what it looks like today, folks. I don't care how exciting and all it looks. Just stick with Jesus and watch the end of it. Because I've read the book. And in the end, the truth overcomes. And the church goes out to be with Jesus. You know, we don't think about it, but we're in practice to be kings and priests with him.
That's right.
We can't be kings and priests. We can't rule and reign unless we are allow him to rule and reign in our lives. Let's do it. Let's do it.